big fans of small local businesses.
Yes,
right
we
here.
are.
We are. I mean, my dad was a realtor on his own for, I don't know, 30, 40 years. And, the sustainability of that, and when you're taking on these massive big companies and be able to do that and succeed, is so important, especially in the community, because, there's a connection there. There's more of a connection than you can put a face with the business, and you trust them, and I think it has a lot to do with that.
And we saw during the pandemic how important that was when small businesses were required to close in some industries of small business. And then when they were able to open up again, they really needed the community support. And we saw the outpouring of support that people were giving to them, going and buying their products over going to big box stores and things like that. And we were able to cover those gatherings of people supporting those small businesses through our industry here in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's right. We always said that, we talk about shop local that day, where it's so important, and it's always nice to walk into a business and they know your name.
Yeah.
And if it's like a food place or hardware store, they know what you like to eat or what you might need to fix something at your house. So I think that pretty much sums it up for
Right,
us.
so small businesses and social media, the great thing about social media for small businesses is that you don't have to have an overhead of cost. So anybody, anywhere, anytime can pick up a device and they could go on a social media channel, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and they could create a ad, or they could create a message to put out to their customers. And there's no better person than the owner of a small business to share their message, because it's their story. And because small businesses are so important and so passionate, it's unbelievable to see the stories come alive when someone who is like running a brick and mortar store or a restaurant can actually just turn on a camera and tell people why they should come to their place of business. So social media has changed the landscape. With social media, you can reach anybody worldwide to share your story. So that's why I feel like it's so important for social media. Every small business should be on social media. Even if they have 50 followers, those are quality followers. Those are 50 customers that would come in. And again, the beauty is that now with social media, anybody can share. So you have that momentum to build. So I'm a big lover, and I'm very passionate about helping entrepreneurs, because I think it's so important for these people to expand their businesses.
I think small businesses are sort of the fabric of our nation and make the United States a great place that it is. And Rhode Island in particular, I think, really cherishes its small business communities. And so I've seen how changing times, changing economies, whether it's the pandemic, recessions, can impact the number of people and how these businesses do on a day-to-day basis. And for me, it's important to support our local small businesses, and I try to do that as much as I can. One of my favorite spots locally is a couple of, let's say, breakfast spots. If we're looking in that direction, would be the Coffee Depot in Warren, which is right on Main Street in Warren, and really like the Black Pear on the East Bay in Barrington. So two kind of good breakfast spots that are some of my favorites.
Yeah, for small businesses, I mean, like even Audrey was saying, I mean, it's basically free advertising. If you're not taking advantage of having social media or anything like that, you're losing so many people who are growing up in the era of having a phone in their hand, looking at social media all day long, finding new businesses, finding new products. A lot of time, I mean, I do it all the time, scrolling through and go, oh, that looks cool. I want to go out and purchase something like that. So if you're not taking advantage of free advertising on this, you're missing out on a lot.
So obviously small businesses are super important to our economy. I live down in the West Bay and love to frequent Main Street. There's several coffee shops over there, especially working our shift. We can never get enough caffeine. So the Nook is one of my favorite. I get my honey oat latte over there, and several other businesses down on that strip. I do some work on the road show now where we're featuring local companies all the time. We're having different chefs on the show, different restaurants taking part, and it's a paid segment that they're taking part in, but it's a great way for them to help get their name out there and let people know exactly what they have to offer.